Legal and Privacy Brief for May 26, 2026. Texas filed suit against Netflix alleging the streaming platform secretly tracked and sold users' viewing data while marketing itself as privacy-focused. Carnival faces a class action for allegedly failing to notify customers of a data breach that exposed personally identifiable information. Teva, Granules, and Heritage Pharmaceuticals agreed to pay $5.55 million to settle claims their metformin products contained NDMA contamination. Here's the full breakdown of today's top legal and privacy stories. Legal and Privacy Brief, May 26, 2026. Next section, Litigation Updates. $5.55 M. Teva, Granules and Heritage Metformin Class Action Settlement. Teva, Granules, and Heritage Pharmaceuticals agreed to pay $5.55 million to settle class action claims that their metformin products were contaminated with N-nitrosodimethylamine, NDMA, a probable human carcinogen. The settlement resolves allegations that consumers purchased and ingested contaminated diabetes medication without adequate warning. Class members include purchasers of the affected metformin products during the relevant period. Source: Top Class Actions. Texas lawsuit claims Netflix secretly tracked, sold users' viewing data. The state of Texas filed a lawsuit against Netflix alleging the streaming platform secretly tracked users' personal viewing data and sold it to third parties despite publicly marketing itself as an ad-free, privacy-focused alternative to other technology companies. The complaint challenges Netflix's data collection and monetization practices as deceptive and in violation of state consumer protection laws. The case centers on alleged discrepancies between Netflix's privacy representations to consumers and its actual data handling practices. Compliance action: review vendor agreements with streaming and content platforms to verify data handling practices match contractual representations. Audit privacy policies for accuracy against actual data collection and sharing practices. Source: Top Class Actions. Carnival class action claims cruise line failed to notify customers of data breach. A class action lawsuit alleges Carnival Corp., which operates Carnival Cruise Line, failed to notify customers that their personally identifiable information was stolen in a data breach. The complaint asserts Carnival violated data breach notification requirements by not informing affected individuals of the compromise in a timely manner. Class members include customers whose PII was accessed in the breach, but who did not receive required notifications. Compliance action: review incident response plans to confirm breach notification procedures comply with state laws requiring notification within statutory timeframes. Verify notification systems can handle large-scale breach communications and maintain records of notification attempts. Source: Top Class Actions. Costco faces class action over Kirkland Tortelloni's preservative-free labeling. A class action lawsuit accuses Costco of falsely advertising its Kirkland signature 5-cheese tortelloni with Parmigiano Reggiano frozen pasta as containing no preservatives when the product allegedly contains citric acid and other preservative compounds. The complaint alleges deceptive labeling practices under state consumer protection statutes. The case highlights ongoing litigation over food labeling accuracy and the definition of preservative-free claims. Source: Top Class Actions. Mercedes-Benz recalls 144K vehicles due to instrument panel display failure. Mercedes-Benz USA LLC issued a recall affecting more than 144,000 vehicles across multiple model lines due to a software defect that can cause the digital instrument panel to go dark while the vehicle is in operation. The recall addresses a safety hazard where drivers lose access to critical vehicle information including speed, fuel level, and warning indicators. The software flaw represents a failure in vehicle safety systems that could result in litigation if accidents occur before remediation. Source: Top Class Actions. Next section, Policy Changes. Kremlin appoints cyber executive with alleged GRU ties to Security Council role. Russian President Vladimir Putin appointed Andrei Kozlov, former head of a cybersecurity center within state-owned defense conglomerate Rostec, as an aide to Security Council Secretary Sergei Shoigu. According to leaked data published by The Insider, Kozlov held a classified security clearance under Military Unit 26,165, the 85th Maine Special Service Center, which Western governments and cybersecurity firms have linked to the APT-28 hacking group. Also tracked as Fancy Bear, Blue Delta, and Forest Blizzard, the group has conducted cyber espionage, credential theft, and influence operations targeting governments, defense contractors, logistics companies, and policy organizations across Europe and the United States. Kozlov previously served as acting general director of RT Information Security, RTIB, a Rostec subsidiary sanctioned by the U.S., EU, and other Western states. His predecessor in the Security Council role, Pavel Konovalchik, was also reportedly linked to the same GRU unit. Compliance action: update threat intelligence profiles to include Russian Security Council personnel with alleged GRU affiliations. Review cybersecurity controls for government contractors and entities likely to be targeted by APT-28 operations. Source: The Record. Next section: compliance takeaways. Conduct a data breach notification audit to verify incident response procedures, comply with state-specific notification timeframes and documentation requirements, particularly after Carnival's alleged failure to notify breach victims. Review privacy policies and marketing materials for accuracy against actual data collection and sharing practices following the Texas lawsuit against Netflix over alleged secret tracking and sale of viewing data. Update vendor risk assessments to include contractual verification that third-party data handling practices match their public privacy representations and contractual commitments. Confirm that all customer-facing product labeling and marketing claims, including preservative-free or similar representations, are substantiated and comply with FDA, FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, and state consumer protection standards. Monitor APT-28 threat intelligence following the appointment of alleged GRU-linked personnel to Russia's Security Council, particularly for organizations in defense, logistics, and policy sectors. That concludes today's legal and privacy brief. From Carolina, Clear Tech. For informational purposes only, not legal advice,